Well, it's 10:30 and I'm still in the office, and I apologize for the coat, but they turned the HVAC off after 6, so it's pretty cold now. But I wanted to make a quick video to try to explain in a little bit more detail what's wrong with the rationale in this memo for anybody who's still confused. Here. The basic position that the memo takes is that, well, the state law is called an anti-Hazelwood law, so that reverses Hazelwood, but we can censor under Fraiser, a different federal case interpreting federal rights. And I don't know how somebody could make that mistake. I mean, yes, we colloquially call it an anti-Hazelwood law because the law's proliferated as a reaction to the Hazelwood case. But the law does not literally reverse the effect of Hazelwood and nothing else. Like, you will see anti-cyberbullying laws proliferate, right? Because cyberbullying is what triggered them. But a lot of them prevent regular bullying too. It really wouldn't be a great defense to say, well, Your Honor, my client was being prosecuted under the anti-cyberbullying statute of 2012, but as he was bullying in person with a megaphone, that is not actually cyber, and therefore this law doesn't prevent it. Or it's like anti-lock brakes. It's like, yes, the brakes were designed as a reaction to the problem of locking brakes and, uncontrolled sliding, but the brakes actually do other stuff too. They don't do it by issuing a fiat saying, thou shalt not lock. They do threshold braking and progressive braking and the tactics that drivers would use before machines could do that. So, the mechanism upon which an anti-Hazelwood law works is to grant a right at the state level that does not exist at the federal level. The federal precedents like Hazelwood and Fraiser interpret federal rights, rights granted by the First Amendment or by the federal statutes. Nothing prevents a state from granting additional rights, and it's sort of funny that a public school wouldn't know that, because one of the rights a state grants you is a free public education. There's nothing in the federal government that requires states to educate students. They say, if you do, and you accept money from us, here's how you're going to do it. But nothing requires a state to do that, and states have individually, of their own accord, granted an additional right to their students, and said, okay, if you are of age, you are entitled to a free public education, which a public school, one would think, would know, since their entire existence is based on the existence of this principle of federalism. This is why I'm upset.